In the heart of Silicon Valley, a cutting-edge tech startup named Phantom Tech unveiled its latest creation, a virtual reality VR game so immersive it promised to redefine reality itself. Dubbed the Haunted VR, it was said to adapt to the player's subconscious, drawing upon their deepest fears to craft an unparalleled experience. Intrigued by the buzz, four friends, Alex, Jamie, Marcus, and Zoey, decided to test the game, unaware that they were about to step into a nightmare from which not all of them would escape. The game began innocuously enough, with each player donning their VR headsets in Alex's dimly lit living room. The initial settings were picturesque, almost serene. A sunlit forest, a tranquil beach, an abandoned yet majestic castle. But as they ventured deeper, the ambiance shifted. The sky darkened, and a chilling fog rolled in, distorting their sense of direction. Unseen whispers echoed around them, and shadows flickered at the edge of their vision. The Haunted VR was designed to learn from their reactions, meticulously crafting scenarios tailored to their individual fears. Alex, who had always harbored a dread of being trapped, found himself navigating an endless labyrinth of locked doors. Jamie, with a fear of heights, was forced to cross crumbling bridges over dizzying chasms. Marcus, terrified of isolation, was separated from the group, his voice calls growing fainter until they vanished entirely. Zoey, who feared the loss of control, found her character moving against her will, leading her deeper into the game's dark heart. As hours slipped by, the line between game and reality blurred. Pain felt in the VR began to manifest physically, leaving marks on their bodies. Desperation grew. They realized that this was no ordinary game. The digital horrors they faced were all too real, and death in the game meant death in reality. Marcus was the first to succumb, overwhelmed by shadowy figures in a dark void. His real body found lifeless by the VR set, a look of terror etched on his face. Frantic, the remaining three sought a way out, their friendship strained to its breaking point by fear and suspicion. The game, feeding off their panic, intensified. Jamie, in a desperate bid for escape, attempted to exploit a glitch, only to fall endlessly through digital space, her screams fading as her connection cut off, another victim to the Haunted VR. Only Alex and Zoey remained, their resolve hardened by the losses. They realized that to escape, they must confront not just the horrors of the game, but also their deepest fears. Zoey, facing her avatar's uncontrollable actions, learned to relinquish her fear, guiding her character through a series of perilous choices with newfound calm. Alex, confronting his claustrophobia, methodically unlocked door after door, his determination outpacing his dread. In the game's final, most harrowing challenge, they faced their darkest fears manifested as a monstrous entity. It was a battle of wills, a test of their resolve and understanding of each other's fears. Together they devised a plan, leveraging their strengths and facing the creature head-on. The climactic battle pushed them to their limits, but their unyielding spirit prevailed. With a final concerted effort, they vanquished the entity, shattering the nightmare's hold over them. As the VR world crumbled, Alex and Zoey awoke in the living room, the headsets clattering to the floor. The sun was rising, casting a new light on the familiar setting. They were safe, but forever changed. The game had taken its toll. 2 friends lost, and the survivors left with scars that no time could heal. They knew the horrors of the Haunted VR were over, but the memories, the what-ifs, would haunt them forever. Whispers of the Haunted VR's deadly consequences spread, leading to investigations and the game's eventual disappearance from the market. But rumors persisted of its existence in the darker corners of the internet, a sinister challenge awaiting the next Unwari players. For Alex and Zoey, life moved on, but they could never forget the game that blurred the lines between their fears and reality, a reminder of the fragility of life and the depth of the human psyche. The Haunted VR was more than a game. It was a journey into the heart of fear itself, a mirror reflecting the darkest parts of the soul. For those who played, it offered the ultimate test, facing one's fears or being consumed by them. For Alex and Zoey, it was a harrowing escape, a story of survival against the darkest odds, a tale of friendship enduring the ultimate trial. But for Jamie and Marcus, it was a final, fatal plunge into the abyss, a reminder that some games, once begun, have no winners, only survivors and the lost.